모두 다 원대한 포부와 확고한 신심을 가지고 당의 둘이 한마음 한뜻으로 굳게 뭉쳐 새해보다 큰 승리를 위하여 힘차게 싸워 나갑시다.
That's a highly partisan speech. If I write an article about that, the article will probably be able to secure a spot on the front page news. I must seize this opportunity. Let me interview those people over there on their views of this speech. Hello, I'm Kim Potter, a reporter from Kimchis Daily. I've noticed that you guys have been listening very intently to Mr. Kim Jong-un's speech. Can you share with us any key reasoning process that Kim Jong-un used in this speech?
President Kim Jong-un reasons that the workers in the sector of defense industry go beyond the cutting edge of military science with steadfast faith and mettle, demonstrating the strength of North Korea and rendering great services to consolidating the national defense capabilities. This is so true. Our country's defense are indeed the strongest in the world.
But don't you think that is fallacious? He is clearly using loaded words. He is using words that are emotionally charged and serve to distract the audience from the argument. The argument has no concrete evidence whatsoever to support his point at all. He did not provide any evidence to prove that North Korea is indeed the best in terms of military strength. His key reasoning process is obviously flawed.
That is not true. President Kim Jong-un only makes great speeches and does not use flawed reasoning. Don't you know how President Kim Jong-un has led Korea to prosperity? Were you listening? He said that service personnel and other builders set up numerous monumental structures for the prosperity of the country and well-being of our fellow people. He said he has indeed led the North Korean country to greatness.
This is obviously a post hoc. How does monumental structures lead to the prosperity and well-being of the people? There is an obvious jump in logic. The building of monumental structures does not necessarily lead to an improvement in the well-being for the society.
No, that is not true. Though the circumstances were harsh and complicated last year, our people worked together to achieve great successes in building our country into an economic giant with a good standard of living for its people. Our great leader, Kim Jong-un, has improved my life. Kim Jong-un! Kim Jong-un! Kim Jong-un!
Come on! We all know that North Korea is not an economic giant, and the people's standard of living is atrocious. You can see that so many people are suffering and starving in North Korea. Kim Jong-un simply assumes that North Korea is great, and his arguments involve an assumed premise to support itself. He is clearly begging the question and provides no real evidence.
Wow, that was an insightful discussion by the both of you. So we can clearly see that there are differing opinions on Kim Jong-un's speech. Next, let's move on to discuss the inferences made by him. I noticed that he uses 3 key patterns of inferences. Did any of you notice that?
Our president uses credible inference from science to support his speech. He mentions physically observable political events and celebrations to demonstrate the people's firm and unwavering faith in him. Kim Jong-un uses inference from science to emphasize the point that the people in North Korea still hold the president and general in high regard. He uses signs such as the political events and celebrations to show that the people that they have indeed good feelings towards the president. This is effective as it highlights the observable events to the public as evidence of the people's loyalty for the president.
I beg to differ. Kim Jong-un does not use inferences effectively. He uses inference from cause by saying that the shining victories and successes we achieved last year can be ascribed to the fact that all the people support the policies of our party and its wise leadership. This does not work as the standard of living in North Korea is not good, and the things that President Kim Jong-un said does not reflect the true situation in the country.
That is blasphemous. Kim Jong-un is undeniably the greatest leader and has not led North Korea to prosperity. How can you say that he's not effective in his usage of inferences? He uses the analogy of a mother and child so well. He talked about our party's policy of respecting and loving the people as they would show to their mothers. This successfully brings across the notion of the close bond between the president and us. He uses inference from analogy to show that the party's policy and the people's loyalty of trust is similarly to the trust between mother and child. This works on the public of North Korea as it subconsciously tells North Koreans that the loyalty towards the policy is the same as to their mothers, further increasing the loyalty of the people towards the party. My loyalty to the great leader is undeniable. My life is for the country.
You are just highly ignorant. How can you support such a foolish man?
How dare you disrespect our leader? Who are you compared to him? You are nobody. You are just an ungrateful citizen.
Calm down. It's just a speech. You two don't have to fight about it.
What do you mean it's just a speech? Don't you know that everything he says is important? I'm going to kill you both for disrespecting our great leader.
Ah!